Hello everyone and welcome back to a brand new video and welcome to episode 2 of our F1 Championship Edition career mode. Yes, we're back today here for the Malaysian Grand Prix. If you missed out the first video that went live on Monday, I would highly recommend going back and checking it out. Of course, we did all the setup, we explained the game, and we even managed to get ourselves a drive, and of course did the Bahrain Grand Prix. I won't do any spoilers just yet from that first video, but yeah, obviously I just want to say a massive thank you to all of you for the support on that first episode. But yeah, today though, we're going to be jumping in, like we said, here in Malaysia. Fingers crossed, to be honest, we can have a bit of a better result than we did first time out. Well, we haven't even got any emails to go into before we dive into this weekend, but having a look at the Drivers' Championship, Michael Schumacher at the top of the table there. Alonso ahead of Button and Giancarlo Fisichella rounding out our top four, and it means that when we have a look at the Constructors' table, Renault leading the way there, 13 points to Ferrari's 10. Honda on 9 ahead of McLaren, Williams and Toyota there. It really was a weird time in the world of Formula 1. So many teams looked like they could be a threat for race victories and world championships. But yeah, Schumacher opened the accounts in the way he would have wanted, but what's going to happen this weekend in Sepang? Right, well, it feels good to be back in the car then here in Sepang. You know, really want to try and, you know, survive. This one is probably the best way of describing my first goals. Of course, you know, trying to get points and things like that is all well and good, but, you know, to finish first you must finish. And yeah, return to the Malaysian Grand Prix. For those of you that might be newer Formula 1 fans, this place was absolutely fantastic back in the day. You know, delivered some fantastic racing. It was a very, very wide open circuit and still remains absolutely, you know, top of most Formula 1 fans' list of tracks they'd love to see it return. But yeah, we're going to dive in though with free practice first of all. Obviously, it has been a day or two since I played F1 Championship Edition as well, so we're a little bit rusty. Gotta get back used to the PlayStation 3 controller as well. It's going to be very, very weird, of course, knowing that we're going to get to hear these lovely V8 engines quite a lot now on the channel over the coming weeks and months. I don't know what the target time is. I might have done the wrong program. Oh, the hairpin. The hairpin, I can already tell, is going to be scary around this venue. You just get any second too early on the throttle, and that back end is going to be going round on you, which, as we learned in Bahrain, can happen very, very quickly. Well, we still haven't got any target delta then, so I don't quite know what we're meant to be aiming for in this session. I guess we're just going to do laps and then see where we're at ready for qualifying. There's a horrible bump as well through that final corner, which is making things very, very scary, because you just don't know whether the back end's going to try and break for it. I wasn't expecting that. Test has been complete, so we've changed the new tyres for warm ones, so we can see how the car performs when the car is running heavy. Okay, we'll just continue on trying to do laps, I suppose. Well, safe to say these tyres are feeling absolutely awful, but we have got to get used to racing on some bad rubber inside F106. So, yeah, probably the best way of doing it is obviously in free practice rather than, you know, binning it in a race, which I would never ever do on this game. Well, so far then, all of our laps have felt pretty good here in free practice. Going to come to the end of this program as we wind our way through the final corner. Make sure I don't get spun out off any more curbs, but up towards the line. Going to be a 1:37, I think. Let's jump in to qualifying.
We're in Sepang, Malaysia for another scintillating hour of Formula 1 qualifying. Everything is ready, so without further ado, let's get on with session 1.
Right, well, I've got no idea what the car pace is going to be like around this venue, but hopefully, once again, we're going to be able to put on a show. Now, I'm going to actually shorten up the gears quite a bit as well. The Midland seems to get to about 170 miles an hour and then kind of gives up, to be completely honest. So, yeah, are we going to be able to find a bit more pace out of it? I forgot in the short time I haven't been playing this game how much James Allen likes to bang on. Leave me to the commentary, mate. Oh, running a little bit wide out in the final corner, but starting our first lap then here of Q1. Let's just try and make sure we get a good, clean, tidy one and see if we can make Q2. Brake so late into turn 1. These cars back in the day were so light. And already, I think, is that our teammate just in front of us who we're chasing down? Oh, almost in a wall, but we just were able to catch the slide at the last moment. It might actually be a Red Bull, I think, just in front of me as we round our way in towards Sector 3. You know the graphics. Oh, no, it is our teammate. There we go. So that is Christian Alba's navigated then, as we're both on qualifying laps. But yeah, you know a game's graphics have stood up well when you can't tell if it's a Midland or a Red Bull.
Antonio Liuzzi completes a qualifying lap. He really hasn't performed so far. The car just doesn't seem to want to do it.
What are we going to be able to achieve, though? We are going to do a 1:37.9, which is going to put us fastest. Well, I'm sure we're going to see other cars get much quicker.
Yuji Ide finishes his fast lap. He'll be disappointed with that, just doesn't seem to have the balance right.
Well, heading though into my final run here of Q2, and we are in the drop zone at the moment, and I'm not convinced we're going to have enough time to go for another one. We're currently down in P15, and it's been an unmitigated disaster here. Just could not quite get the lap hooked up where I needed it, and, well, we'll wait and see if we can finish off this lap, and whether we can be improving. No, I've invalidated. It's over. We are out in Q2 here for the Malaysian Grand Prix. That has been an utter disaster. I don't know where the pace went there. You can see a 1:38.62. I know we did make a bit of a mistake on that lap.
We'll continue with session 3 of qualifying in a few moments.
But there we go then. Official confirmation. Ralf Schumacher, they're down in 11th place. I'm sure that's disappointing for him and Toyota. Barrichello, Heidfeld, Coulthard, myself, and Takuma Sato, they're all out in Q2. We've got it all to do come race day Sunday. Let's get into it.
Here we are again in stunning Kuala Lumpur, the location of the Malaysian Grand Prix. Sepang, on the outskirts of the capital, was designed to be a great challenge for the drivers, with wide sweeping bends, high-speed sections and tighter corners to create overtaking opportunities. The Malaysian Grand Prix is one of the most physically demanding events on the F1 calendar. Conditions are just about perfect here today. Clear skies and perfect temperatures on and off the track. The forecast is also good, and we expect it to stay like this for the whole race. It's pole for Juan Pablo Montoya. Second on the grid is Michael Schumacher. They're followed by Kimi Raikkonen in third. Giancarlo Fisichella completes row 2. Trulli takes fifth. Alongside him is Fernando Alonso. Felipe Massa lines up 7th. Jenson Button rounds off the top 8.
Well, starting then down the order a little bit here. Got to make sure we survive the melee. Okay, we're going to get a lot of engineer talk again, I feel, on this formation lap. But, yeah, like I said, the big goal today, of course, is just try and make it through the event. You know, we want to try and see the checkered flag.
Across the track surface will put extra heat in them. This should give you slightly more grip when you're starting the race. Try to get heat in the tyres before the final bend too. This way, you should have some heat in them whilst you wait for the rest of the grid to assemble.
I really hope he doesn't talk me through this every single race this season. Otherwise, we're going to get very, very bored.
To beat your teammate, but also finish the race safely. Try and stay out of trouble wherever possible. You may well find yourself being lapped, but that's better than being stuck in a gravel trap or worse.
That's a very good point, actually. I've slagged my engineer off a lot on this formation lap so far, but that is wise words. Let's just try and focus on making sure we beat Albers. Well, Montoya's definitely getting on with it on this formation lap, but yeah, the McLaren lining up then. I honestly thought... Okay, we're going. I honestly thought that would be us out of the race before it even got going, but it's already then on the grid. 10 red lights here in Malaysia. Mighty long hole, but it is lights out and away we go.
Montoya gets off the grid well, as does Michael Schumacher.
David Coulthard there, just got a little bit nervous.
They head towards the first corner.
Oh, I heard contact somewhere. I think Coulthard? No, he seems to have a front wing. Oh, one of the Super Aguras there in my way as we try and make our way out the first couple of corners, but we've survived turn 1. Haven't gained, haven't lost anything. That's quite critical. There an avenue down around the outside. No, not quite everyone there. Pretty tidy actually on the brakes. But yeah, we've just got to try and survive this opening lap. Like we said, 17 laps here. I just want to see the checkered flag this weekend. We need to work out where the AI might be a little bit rogue as well. We might have to be careful of them. And of course, wait and see. Malaysia was known for such ridiculously high temperatures. That's what I mean about the AI going rogue. Yeah, super high temperatures here, so I am expecting this one to be a race of attrition. Because again, that's Super Aguri there. Takuma, of course, it's Takuma Sato. After a bit of a rough qualifying session yesterday, wants to make an impact come Sunday. As can we switch him off the corner? Not quite. This is where Midland you would expect them to be racing. Yeah, so Takuma Sato is really, really scaring me. We'll get back down the inside though. We will be back up to P15.
The car condition indicator is showing green tyres. They've heated up nicely now. Grip should be good.
Well, I'm pretty certain then it is Juan Pablo Montoya that leads the way at the end of lap 1, but we've made it cleanly through. Now we've got to start seeing if we can close up on the cars in front.
The field looks like this. Montoya is first. Michael Schumacher is in second. Raikkonen is third. Fourth is Fisichella. Trulli fifth. Massa sixth. He's up from seventh. Seventh is Button. And in eighth place, Alonso. Down 2 places from his qualifying position.
You're up about 4 seconds to the first sector.
Alonso having a nightmare then on the opening lap. Losing places as well, down to 8th place. We, though, are trying to close in on David Coulthard. Still in that Red Bull, just a little bit all over the place. Are we going to see him slow off this corner exit again? So hesitant around the AI. I do not want to do anything stupid like we did last week. It looks like Luizzi, as we show the nose. Luizzi now up into P16, so Sato's going backwards. David Coulthard there, very, very hesitant through the final couple of turns. Can we now finally try and get a run and actually make some forward progress this afternoon? Prove that we can make some overtakes. That Red Bull, whoa, looked pretty good on acceleration. Oh, this is what's so scary about this game. There is no room for error like that. As almost into the back of Nick Heidfeld through turn 1 there. I think he actually locked up in a bit of a panic as he saw me flying in behind him, but we're up to P14. I was just trying to, like I said, keep being super, super careful around the AI, but, if there's... No! Ah! Get back on. It was quite risky cutting straight across the AI like that, but get back on the road, and we're down to, I think, P7, might be P18 even. I think Webber's also got past me. And this is what this first season is about, though, trashing a few cars, making a few mistakes, but also obviously learning and improving there, so obviously hopefully trying to prove to a bigger team that we deserve a shot as Webber. Well, he opened up the door around the outside for me and then completely slammed it again.
Michael Schumacher is in second. Raikkonen is third. Fourth is Fisichella.
Just reminded me of in his Jaguar days there, defending from Alonso in the Bahrain Grand Prix. Oh, that V10 does sound good in that Toro Rosso there. Hopefully, though, we're going to be able to try and put a move on Scott Speed very, very soon. We've got oil, though. Someone's got issues. Not sure who it is or where they are. It's Alonso, I want to say. No, it might be Giancarlo Fisichella, actually. As we make our way through the S's, he's gone to the Shadow Realm. I didn't actually get to see. Are we going to get told? How did I not get damaged there? Well, there was contact between myself and Albers, but I don't know which Renault that was. That's out of the race. Christian Albers. Whoa, what is he doing? He's a maniac on the racing line, Christian Albers. But yeah, don't really want to sit around at the back of the field too long. Want to continue trying to make forward progress. Yuji Ide up next then. He must have a nosebleed all the way up in P19. That's Yuji, but we're going to fly past him. Almost side by side down in towards turn 1. Yeah, Way to rub it in, engineer, but round the outside of Takuma Sato as well. He can go for aggressive moves on me. I will do the same to him. I'm making progress. I just went round the outside of 2 Super Aguris. Which, now I say it out loud, sounds slightly less impressive. Oh, come on. Why does the backhand keep breaking free there? I'm basically just trying to take the racing line, and it's costing me bags of time and potential. Oh, we got another one gone, though. Oil on the circuit. Can't see him moving slowly. Please don't say it's me. Oh, there's the oil. Big understeer. It's Raikkonen. Keep me Raikkonen out. So, one McLaren leading, and the other one out of the GP.
Trulli 5th. Jensen Button in 6th. Barrichello is 7th.
What is that?
It's
Albers!
That incident certainly hasn't helped his race because he's just retired. You got involved in that scrape as well. Luckily, you seem to have got out of that without damaging your front suspension. Your front wing is flapping about though, so you'll have to pit for a replacement.
Dearie me. Albers just broke so much earlier than I was expecting into that final corner, but we can only hope to try and go to the end of the GP. I've got to try and learn what buttons I need to press. Let's go like that. Go like that. Go like that. It's horrendous commentary, I'm well aware. We're getting there. It's a bit better. 17 and a half seconds. Is that any good? I don't know, but hopefully now we got fuel to go to the end. We're almost a lap down, but we aren't out.
Take it easy while the tyres are blue. More grip. They'll soon heat up and turn green on the indicator.
Well, I know we had a lot of good pace over some of the back markers. Scott speed 34 seconds up the road. I don't think we're going to have to pit again before this race is over. 12 laps to go. It reckons we've got 13 laps of fuel. But can we try and catch back up? As I think we've lost... No, we haven't lost another one. That's clean in the pits. Now starting to see more and more cars into the pit lane. I guess, you know, trying to look at silver linings and everything. Happy that we don't have to try and make a normal pit stop, hopefully, in this race. But, yeah, we're taking bags of time out of speed in front. But obviously we are on fresh tyres. Oh, I think we've lost Ide in speed. No, they're in the pits. We're fine. It looks like we should get the jump on them, though. Yep, yes, we have. That's fantastic, then. We're not in last place anymore. Oh, more cars into the pit lane, then. Looks like we should get the jump on Sato. That is good news. Oh, hello. That's not quite the apex through turn 1. But, yeah, we are slowly picking up the pieces this race. Not even halfway there yet. But still just desperately would love to finish. No! Oh, I thought I was going on a one-way ticket to the barrier then. Oh, come on. Just over half distance. We're still hanging on to P16. But every little mistake we make just throws us further back from Webber. Oil out. Who's broken down? Where is the oil? Far more importantly as well. Oh, I think it might be David Coulthard out of the Grand Prix then. Huge explosion from that Red Bull, and again, it's another car that's been sent to the Shadow Realm. We're back to where we started.
Michael Schumacher leads. Montoya is 2nd. Fisichella 3rd. Massa 4th. Trulli 5th. Barrichello is 6th. 7th is Button. He's down from 6th. And Nico Rosberg 8th.
Rosberg running up in the points then in just his 2nd ever F1 Grand Prix, but looks like Schumacher then got the jump on Raikkonen over the pit window, so Juan Pablo obviously having to put more fuel in the car, and Michael Schumacher looks dead set to make it 2 wins in a row.
Great first sector. That's the fastest time you've set so far.
Well, he absolutely scared the life out of me.
Tyres are accumulating some wear now. Just keep an eye on it.
I should be able to see that, well, feel that through the car anyway, engineer, but yeah, he absolutely scared the life out of me with that message.
5 laps to go.
Got to start being a bit careful then, as the tyres have gone yellow, so we're going to start noticing a big drop-off in grip in the very near future, but still setting decent lap times. 1 second now behind Mark Webber. I don't get how the AI can be so fast through some bits of this lap and then so slow through others, but that's how I can start to understand it, because they don't want to do exactly what I'm doing. But Schumacher, though, stretching his legs at the front of the field. But hopefully, as long as nothing happens between myself and Webber again, I would love to get past the Australian after his interesting tactics early on, as we take a little bit of an interesting route through the final corner. I just want to get past him before the flag. Whoa! Holy moly! Yeah, the AI are unpredictable still. It cannot be argued against, but as we round our way, though, through these next... No! No! Don't hit a wall. Say, as long as I don't hit a wall, just get the car to the flag now. Final lap. Come on, let's get this thing to the flag.
Michael Schumacher powers across the line to take top spot on the podium. Montoya will finish in P2.
No! I'm such a moron. I cannot believe I've done that on the final lap of the race. Deary me. We were just listening to Brundle talking about who was crossing the line, and just one momentary lapse of concentration, and we're out of the Malaysian Grand Prix. We did basically make it to the end, however.
The Sepang International Circuit has again been a wonderful venue for Formula One racing. It's typical of the Herman Tilke circuits of the modern era. It's been on the Formula One calendar since 1999, and it's maturing very nicely as the drivers and teams get used to that sharp turn 1 and the extended long straights. Very technical in sections with sweeping left and right bends that have the weight shifting around the car. It's always exciting to watch an F1 car driven in anger around here. We've enjoyed it, we hope you have too. We'll see you in 2 weeks' time in Australia at Albert Park for round 3. Until then, take care.
Well, there we go. We did still get classified, so I'm taking that as a finish today. I don't care what the comments say. But thank you all so much for watching this video. If you have enjoyed, please do make sure to leave a like and get yourself subscribed. We can see Michael Schumacher now 20 points clear at the top of the table there. Montoya now up to P2. Giancarlo Fisichella in P3 ahead of Alonso there. Rosberg getting some points on the board. And where are we then in the championship? We're probably going to be, what, P18, P19? I think, of course, we're all just doing this on countback. We're P21, but we are beating Kimi Räikkönen. Will that continue next weekend into Albert Park? You guys will have to tune in and find out. A massive thank you to all of my YouTube members and my Patreon supporters for their continued donations to help my work. These things go much further than I think a lot of you ever realise and allow me to continue making content full-time here on YouTube. So if you want to support me from as little as £1 a month and be featured on all of these end clips, either click the join button next to the subscribe or head over to my Patreon. There's a link down in the description.